How do you know you're ready for the Enzo 3? One of the fastest wings currently in production, but also the most demanding. Why do you even need such a wing? You got hundreds of reviews of lower class wings, but when it comes to CCC wings, it's mostly radio silence. I don't know why that is. Not enough people flying them, maybe afraid of voicing their opinions on this level. Who cares? I've got around 50 hours on it now, and I think I can form some basic impressions on it.
Massive.
I stepped up from the Scala 2 to Enzo 3 after roughly 200 hours on two liners. Some people are already panicking hearing that.
What? How can you step up from a C-class straight to CCC? There is still D-class in between.
Yes, but hear me out. Scala used to be a D-wing, and only with the recent rule changes that allowed C2 liners existence did we get the Scala 2. The difference in aspect ratio from a Scala 2 to a Xeno 2 is only 0.1. It wouldn't really be a stepping up if I went to D class, maybe a side grade. It would pretty much be the same thing. Can you do this too? I don't know. It's up to you. But what I know is that my main focus in paragliding are competitions, so Enzo 3 is a no-brainer in my mind. So what are the specs of the wing I'm telling you about today? Enzo 3 in XL, so up to 130 kilos, flying with some extra ballast. I'm flying with 127-ish kilos. I don't use a submarine harness yet, but that's something for the future. For maximum safety, never change more than one thing at a time. Takeoff. Yeah, such a long piece of cloth requires more attention. If you just pull on the A-lines, the middle will be a bit behind, resulting in a horseshoe shape and a aborted takeoff. You start with an initial hard pull to get air into all the cells. After that initial strong impulse, the wing requires careful tugs on the A's to keep the middle inflated or the ears will shoot ahead. Once fully inflated, it will be over your head quick. Give it a strong hit on the brakes and go. Easiest way to get the wing going in strong conditions is going to be just pulling on the inner A lines and let the ears fill up from the middle on the way up. It's a heavy piece of cloth, so you have to be confident on that first pull if there isn't much wind. Just be careful. The moment the wing fully inflates, you already have to provide the right brake inputs, or it's gonna shoot ahead. It's best if you are already moving towards the wing when it's still inflating. Especially on takeoff, you have to be careful to always be a step ahead because of the long brake lines.
What the fuck?
How is it to fly? It's true, it feels like a cheat code sometimes. The performance difference is very much obvious to the pilot. I had to relearn my landing pattern as well. This thing just keeps floating.
Uh-oh.
Not much else to say, as the gliding performance is well known. There's a reason there's so many winners on it. Turning takes a bit more convincing sometimes, especially in thermals. I'm still a bit undecided what technique works best. When you hit strong lift in a thermal, the wing insists on leveling out hard, and just pulling tighter on the inner brake doesn't do anything besides stalling that side.
Turn! You fat f***.
I was told to brake the outside a bit more and then release that side if I feel that the wing doesn't want to turn. That way the outside will whip you back into the turn. On the other hand, adding more brake means you have less energy in your wing, which is not good again. As I said, I'm still figuring it out, I'm not sure. This could be because of the large size of the wing as well, mind you, I'm flying an XL. holding the wing in front of me on the verge of stall while still flying up at 6 meters per second.
No idea how much that was, but it was a lot.
Just like the first step up to two liners, the transition takes a while before you get used to the new information. Even now, after 50 hours, I'm still looking up at the wing during turbulence because the thrust is not there yet. The middle of the wing is very solid while the outside ears are a bit softer compared to the Scala 2. That wing really babies you. On my first flight, I kept getting those ear tucks all the time. After trimming up the wing correctly and important, setting up my harness correctly, the wing is much better. These little ear flaps are now only happening when the air is really bad or I'm not reacting correctly.
Oh. Gosh.
Reacting correctly at this level is the most important factor. The amount of energy you can store in this wing is absurd.
Motherfucker.
When it shoots, your hands need to be exact and quick, not just pulling down but also releasing the wing again.
Whoa. Almost got a full frontal.
It still forgives minor mistakes, although it will warn you for each and every one of them. That being said, the consequences of mistakes are not that severe. I would actually say I flew spicier wings in the lower class. When you enter a strong thermal, you have to catch the energy with your hands. There is no ballooning here. This baby bites into strong thermals with enthusiasm and it almost sucks you into the thermal initially. When I did the switch, my mind went from enjoying flying to don't fuck around or you'll find out. I noticed the tension instantly. It's hard to describe all the emotions I felt this year, but slowly the tension is melting away and the feeling of enjoyment is revealing itself again. It's not a I think I can anymore, it's just I can. Flying at this level is hard and rewarding at the same time. The competitions I had with this wing showed me two things. First, the epic performance, how efficient it is at converting any kind of lift without losing speed, keeping up with the leading gaggle and coming into goal within minutes of the fastest pilot in a 120 kilometers long task showed me I was doing something right in the last 6 years, and it's just a matter of time before I get used to it. Second, the respect and the realization that I have to be in control at all times.
Trust the wing. Trust it.
Safety is now purely in my hands. Enzo wants to go fast.
Don't look up. Feel what it's doing.
It's up to me how fast I let it fly. At the moment, flying feels like a constant game of staying one step ahead of the wing. I'm looking forward to the day when I stop trying to anticipate its every move and simply respond instinctively to what it asks of me. There is a full flight video available where you can see how the Enzo flies in rough conditions where you would have problems with any wing. I'm speaking 8 meters per second thermals and changing wind directions, ripping apart those same thermals. And more is coming, of course, so hit the like button to tell the algorithm you want more of this and subscribe to find me in the AI slop generating mess YouTube has become lately. I'm sorry if you expected a technical review loaded with comparisons and data, but that's not how paragliding works. I'm here to share my experience and limited knowledge. Maybe it will help out someone else. We fly higher together. I'm not selling any courses, but if people want, I can set up some kind of donation to help out with the competition gear shopping. Stuff is crazy expensive on this level. Tell me in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next flight.
This is life.